no justice, no pensions, no pensions, no pensions. What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Come on, everybody, make some noise. We will continue to stand in objection to the Detroit bankruptcy. We will not allow you to give away hundreds of millions of dollars to a Red Wing stadium and allow 70-year-olds and 60-year-olds fall into poverty. It's not right, and we're going to stand up and fight back.
That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
We will not allow you to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in executive salaries down at City Hall, while at the very same time, people who gave their blood, sweat, and tears we won't allow them to retire in dignity. That's not fair, and we're standing up against this bankruptcy. We will not allow the people who built this city, who swept these grounds, who took out the trash, who trimmed the trees, who processed the paperwork, who protected our neighborhoods, who kept fires from burning. We will not allow them and their legacy to go down in shame. We're going to stand up and we're going to fight back.
What you see today and what's happening is people are protesting these large cuts that they're trying to do with the retirees. You're looking at on the GFR side and healthcare cuts, you're looking at around 70% in cuts for healthcare. On the GFR side, it's 34% that they're talking about in a pension cut. On the police and fire, currently right now, they're talking about 14%. Certainly, anybody knows that people will not be able to survive with those kind of cuts. When you look at that, they're not going to be able to eat, buy their medicine, pay for their taxes and their homes, and so you're going to see people devastated and pushed into poverty, and that's exactly what they're doing at this point. And so we're out here today, people are protesting and fighting, and letting them know that we're just not going to stand for that kind of shenanigans that comes from the governor of this state, as well as Mr. Orr, his hand-picked person, to come in here and take over the city of Detroit.
But now with a lot of the city of Detroit retirees,
an objection, because I object to the assault on retirees. I object to the unconstitutional breaches in the state of Michigan. Everywhere people of color are impacted. I object to the undemocratic actions of this ruthless, lawless governor and his cohorts. I object, and the objection ought to be going straight to the White House.
We're here today to protest against the whole process of attacks on the working people. As of now, almost all the funds for the banks and the creditors are guaranteed, while its pensioners are taking the brunt of the attack. Where people are starting to mobilize, it's a great turnout today, and it's the beginning of a process of mobilizing that's going to go right up till the final trial on July 16th.
I'm out here to protest to let the Governor Snyder, Kevyn and Judge Rhodes know that we feel that this is unfair what they're doing to the retirees, taking away our pension cuts by a minimum of 24% or 26% and a maximum of 34%. They just recently taxed our pension, and then they also threw us off of health care. And I'm in a situation where I'm not old enough to get Medicare, so they just threw us off of health care, so we have to pay for our own health care. So we're out here to protest to let them know that we object to this and we think it's so unfair.
I'm out here because what's happening is wrong. It's criminal. In effect, when they're finished with all of the cuts, they're talking about taking more than 50% of our income. And our income is not that much as it is. So if you look at taking 50% of someone's meager income, you're talking about destroying their livelihood. So this is a very serious issue. It is a matter of life and death for a lot of people, and that's why we are out here, because this is wrong. It's criminal. And we need for the state of Michigan to honor the state constitution, which guarantees that our pensions will not be be diminished.
I'm down here supporting retirees. I'm not retired myself yet, but I'm not that far off. I also know that what happens here is going to affect not just retirees, but everyone.
Fighting with everyone else because I feel it's totally unfair in regard to what they're trying to do to us retirees. We retire after giving them more than 30 years of service, a lot of us, and we based our livelihood on what we would be receiving in the future. And now they're trying to renege it back from us. So if they take away everything, a lot of us will be below poverty. So we're just trying to survive.
I'm here today, even though I'm in pain and discomfort. I believe we have to stand up and be there. Be there with your sisters and brothers from the union, from our other locals, our other unions that have come out in support, so that we can stand up for justice for our citizens as well as the retirees. Our quality of life is going down fast. For them to want to take away the 40-something% away from our pension, that's ridiculous. While they're living like fat cats, still in the city of Detroit, thousands of dollars per day. And this is justice in America? I don't think so. We need the citizens to support us. We need our union brothers and sisters to come out here and be with us every time we're out here fighting for you, for your rights, for your pensions.
It's definitely going to affect my standard of living, my way of living. It's going to affect my mental health, my physical health. It also affects my wife as well because she's dependent on me. And also, right now, if I'm able to help somebody with whatever I say, I will not be able to help somebody else if my other co-worker is in need of money or some help. The city had a contract with the employees for the life of the employees for their pension after they retire. And people have worked so hard and given all they had to the city while they were working. Now it is cities responsibility to pay back. So that's the right of the people. It's not the city giving something away. And the second thing is that the people managing city, they did not manage it properly. It's not the fault of the employees, it's the fault of the politicians. So the politicians should be able to pay, whether it's a city politician or the state politician, because state also is responsible to some extent for what has happened in the city of Detroit.
Around this issue of emergency management and the bankruptcy. On May 1st, 2014, we are going to shut this city down. At Local 600, it will be no business as usual. If you work, don't go to work. If you gamble, don't go to casinos. If you like to shop, don't go shopping. It will be an international day of solidarity, standing with Detroit and with Michigan in general on the issue of emergency management. We can beat this, we certainly can. And for all of you, the people united will never be defeated.